I wanna taste the honey. It feels like it's real, but I can't be sure.
Hey y'all, it's Zero D here, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, if you're not new, who cares? Just welcome back, and I hope you enjoy this build. So we are back with another modern build, kind of keeping in the style of the last, not the last couple builds, but with the last modern build that we did, which is actually just so happens to be right next door to this house. A little bit smaller though, but it does actually have more bedrooms in it. So this is a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, fully decked out family home. So I just kind of want to continue to keep building style in the style of modern for houses. I wouldn't say it's my comfort zone, but it is definitely my go-to build that I definitely love to build in. My own personal style is like modern, kind of contemporary, just clean, slick lines, and I don't know. That's what I love building. So that's why I decided to build another modern house for you guys. So yeah, like I said, this is 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. It does include stuff for cats and dogs, because I was like, you know what? I want to include some cats and dog stuff in this build. So we go ahead, we do that. It's pretty cool. I was debating if I was going to have the main entrance on the upper floor or the lower floor. Right now I have it set so that the front door on the bottom is the front door. But it does make more sense to have it so it's upstairs, just because the bottom is actually where you have all the bedrooms and the family room, then the upstairs is the kitchen and dining space. There is a door for the living room, or not the living room, the family room downstairs on the main floor, so you do have 2 different ways to enter the house, and it's up to you to where you would like that to happen. What I do wish though is that we had fencing that was just like this type of fence, but didn't have like the terracotta tile style on top. If it was just like plain white, but like the same style, I think I'd be like so much happier. But you know what? That's okay. We went ahead and did this. I wasn't sure if I wanted to pop color into this build on the outside, but you know what? I just kind of went against it. Thought I'd keep that in more the plants and the flowers, and not so much the building itself. And we do actually change the wood paneling that I have on the side of the house to like this stone tile that we got in, I think, Spa Day, just so it was a little bit more stronger black. So this black color here was more of a punch black. It didn't really have any gray undertones, so we do switch to that, and I think it worked out just a little bit better. The inside of the house does not match the outside, and when I say match, it is, yes, there is white, because white is my go-to color when I build, but there is more like lighter colors, not a lot of darks, just kind of keep the place bright and airy. There is a lot of windows in this house, just like my last modern build. When I do modern builds, I love windows, so, but that's just me. Windows are like a go-to thing for me when I do my modern builds. Maybe one day I'll do one without it, but to me it just feels a little bit more like expensive almost. Like, you know, when you see those big gorgeous beach houses and there's like windows everywhere and it's just so light and airy and fresh and crisp. That's what I think of. So, you know what? That's what I do. And I think it worked out pretty great. And yes, the pool is in the front of the house again, and there is nothing decorated in the little back area that is available on this house. Didn't really want to put anything there. Honestly, I didn't even think of it. I was at first going to put the bedrooms upstairs, and then I was like, you know what? No, it makes more sense to put them downstairs, and we can easily fit in the living area in this small space. So that's what I did. I did check back. Well, I not check back, but I did fight with myself a little bit, deciding what I want to do. And then finally, I was like, you know what? This makes a heck of a lot more sense for decisions. So we went ahead, switched it up. So we have 3 bedrooms downstairs. The 2 of the bedrooms are decorated for girl and boys, for not children, but well, yeah, kids, not really teenagers. But they do each have cribs in there as well. So if you're either starting out as a family, or if you already have babies in your household, you can easily move them in, and then just switch out the cribs for toddler beds. But yeah, so each room is like, not, I don't want to say soft, it's furnished for a child and a baby, but not a toddler. Because I figured if you're gonna have a baby, you're gonna have a toddler, so you gotta switch that bed out anyway. So we just went ahead, did the crib. So like I said, the girl's room is in the middle there, and then the boys' room's on the end. But yeah, so you have the option if you just want it to be toddler or kids or whatever. It's there for you. And then the family, or the master bedroom, of course, is the bigger room. And then we have, well, I was going to do an office on the outside by the family room, but I decided against it. And I just went ahead and made it into a family room. I didn't actually put a computer anywhere else in the house, so you may actually want to add in a computer into the family room, just so your Sims aren't always going into the parents' room to use the computer. Or if you want to keep it that way, just be like, well, you know what, the parents really don't want the kids on the computer, and if they're going to be on the computer, then they have to be monitored, and if they be monitored, then they have to be in the parents' rooms, the parents keep an eye on them, yada yada yada, and that way they can't be on it too late at night. I didn't know what to do for the wall color for the family, or not for the family, but for the master bedroom. We learned on this blue, and it actually works out pretty well, I think. I was trying to get some windows in by the stairs here, but nothing was working. It was all saying would not go there, even move objects on. So we did this little funky wall window pattern thing. Does it work? Yeah, I seem to think so. So, I left it. And I was did I have my curtains in the other room? Yes, I did. Okay, so this is the only room that actually got like blinds. The rest of them got curtains. I didn't really think about that. I just honestly thought, let's not put curtains in this room. Let's put in blinds. And I didn't put blinds in anywhere in the rest of the house, which is kind of strange, but that's just me. No big deal. And then yeah, I also and then I was been like really trying to use like different items for different uses. So we go ahead and grab this side table. And I know, yes, even though I got a clock on the wall, I was like, let's get like an alarm clock for the Sims can use. So we go ahead and we grab an alarm clock. So, oh, excuse me. So this is more of a like, I don't know the word to call it, but it's more just the clutter zone for the parents' room. So anything that they extra had, they can just throw it there. They don't have to have like random stuff all over the room. That way, just kind of it's organized chaos is the best way to say it. Like again, I've said this in a couple of videos. I just wish that we had like more clutter items, just because there's only so much that you can do. Like small items that you can fit on a bunch of spaces. Like it's so frustrating how like especially with flowers on the side table, there's some that only go in the middle. It's like you should be able to have the option to move them over. I don't see why not. It'd be nice. And like there are some lamps as well that you can only place on a single square. So it's like, and also with the dresser, you can only place like 2 things on it, which is kind of annoying. I mean, like if they're gonna give us the option to place multiple items on a side table, unlike The Sims 3, I don't think you could. Maybe you could. I know The Sims 2 you couldn't. So maybe The Sims 3 you could. But at least like in The Sims 3 or The Sims 2, like you only could place one. So I mean, if like Sims 4, hello, give us the option. Thank you. But yeah, and then like keeping a theme for like the entire house, it is pretty simple and simplified compared to what I have done in the past builds, putting in a lot of not just objects but realistic clutter items for the house. This house is actually pretty bare in what I have put in. Not a lot of paintings going in this house. Couple of rugs, not as much as I usually do. I think there's only like 4 rugs in this house. Usually I do like rugs galore just because I think it frames the room pretty nicely. But that's just me. I mean, some people don't like using the rugs. I love using the rugs. I love using clutter items. And okay, I understand the lockables for like, the career stuff, but honestly, some of those items they complete a house. Like there's just some items there that are locked up that you can't use that actually make a house feel like a house in The Sims 4. Also, I was thinking about this as well while I was putting this house. I think they need to work on some of the overexposure that the lights give off. Just because, personally, it is just way too bright for some of them. And it kills the vibes of a build when your, like, white room is, like, shining bright like a giant fireball of, like, white light. And it drives me nuts because realistically that does not happen. It does not get that bright in a room for that overexposure. And some of the lights don't even need the sunlight. Like it's like natural light coming from the windows for The Sims, and then it's like boom throwing a light and you can't see anything because suddenly you're blind from the overexposure. That is my rant on overexposing lights. Just saying, EA, tone down the lights a little bit. But like, here's the thing. Here's the annoying part. That some of the lights are like crazy overexposed looking, especially on the white setting or the white swatch setting. But then some lights don't give off any light, and I don't get it. Like, this light is one of my favorite lights to give or to use, just because it has like an overall even color. Like, the lights that physically don't light anything up above it, and then have like a small circle that lights up underneath it. It's like you will never use any of those lights in a room as a main light because you can't see anything, and it's so frustrating. Because if they just use lights that actually like worked, then not worked, but like gave off light, then you can use so many different color lights. But no, you can't, because they don't light up the room freaking properly. Also, something that kind of bugs me as well is how much the curtains stick out. Apparently this is a rent video, so just go with me. But apparently how much the curtains stick out, so when you actually place down like a side table, you can't actually place it down because the curtains are going through it. Like, what? Like, it doesn't make any sense. That's a little bit annoying as well. So then you have to bring that forward, and everything gets moved forward, and then it just doesn't look like it's sitting against the wall, and it just gets like mind frustratingly annoying. But that's just me. Those are my rants. Oh, one more rant. I don't like it how you can't stick stereos on top of some shelves. Or how you can't stick most of the decor items on top of the shelves. It's like 5 items can go on there, and then boom, that's it. Decorating done. You only fit 5 items. Can't do anything else. I don't get it. And like, also, I don't want, wait, last thing I swear, is like the nail polish and the perfumes and the cologne and all that men's body care stuff. You can't put on a side table at any other angle except the very first slot. I don't understand that either. It's like, if you're gonna give us the ability to put multiple things on a table, but make it so they're not always centered, and without having to cheat, we should be able to place it on a counter, and it should not intersect the light. It should not intersect the flowers. It should not intersect the curtains. It should just be there for us to use. Oh yeah, that's it. Rant done. This is the girls' room, so it's nice and pink. Now the boys' room. Yeah, so like I said, it has a crib and then a bed, so that way it's like you can use your kid in the crib, pop in that toddler bed, then boom, grow them up, and you're in the bed. There you go. All done. And then also as well, there should be enough room in both the bedrooms that you can also fit in a second bed. So you could have technically 6 Sims living in this house plus like 2 pets, so it kind of works out all together. And then I do actually just want to apologize real quick if there is any random stopping in this video. When I build, I usually put on Netflix in the background, just kind of listen to while I build. I personally don't really listen to The Sims music while I build, except obviously when I play, or if I'm randomly in the mood for it, I will listen to it, which is kind of strange. But I don't know if you guys, or how many of you guys are in the States, or in Canada, or if you guys even have this series on Netflix, but it's a new series that was recently uploaded. I know this because my life consists of Netflix, Sims 4, and working. It is called Zumbo's Just Desserts Bakery, or just Zumbo's Just Desserts, and it's like this baking competition, and it is actually so good to watch. Like, it is awesome show. It's an Australian show. That's basically all I know, and it is a baking show, and it is very good. If you guys are into like Cupcake Wars or Cake Wars or any baking show, or like Gordon Ramsay's Hell or Hell's Kitchen, or any cooking show, you will like this show because it's so good. It's so good, you guys. It's actually very addictive. I think I started watching there's only 1 season on it right now. I mean, like I said, new on Netflix, so we'll see if we get new seasons. But I mean, I started watching it the season, I want to say 3 days ago. There are 12 episodes, 52 minutes each. And keep in mind, I was working these last 2 days, so it's not like I had a lot of time to watch Netflix. But yeah, I finished the series or the season, so it's like a sad moment because I finished it, and now I'm like, now what do I watch? But super good show. And now of course I'm just back to watching Friends, because that is like the all-star show that you have to watch if you ever have taken a breath in as a human being. Like, if you have not seen Friends, then you have not lived, my friends. You have not lived. But as of most people, it's like one of those shows that you just keep watching and watching and watching and watching and watching, and it never gets old. And that's what I love about Friends, is that it never gets old, and it's my all-time favorite show. Just saying. It's actually just how sad I like, or it's just as sad as how much I have watched it. Because I actually had one of my group members come up to me the other day. He was like, hey, Stephanie, you know that episode in Friends where they're at Ross's and the monkey plays the music and they just start randomly dancing? I'm like, oh yeah, the one with all the poker. And that's literally the name of the episode. And he's like, yeah, that one. And then like he tells me a story, but it's like the fact that I can literally just, when you can just hear or be like said, hey, you know that one where like, I don't, the one where Ross meets Charlie, and it's like, oh yeah, it's the one at the soap opera party. Like it's like you just know which episode it is, and it's sad. But I love how like it brings everyone together. What can I say? It's like that one piece of TV history that everyone has basically seen. I mean, I want to say there's like 2 people I know that've never seen it, and it's like, what is wrong with you people? But like, other than that, it's pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, back to the build. We're all here. What I love here is that they actually have the Pixar ball as well. I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, so this is family room. So like I said, I made this house for cats and dogs. So got the cat scratch post thing in there. I got the bag of balls in there, and I was like, well, I don't know why I haven't used the shelf with the leashes, except in the first build that I did, the cats and dog pack build. But I haven't used it since. So I was like, man, I have to actually start like using this pack because it's getting a little ridiculous. And since I figured that this is the family room where you will watch all the fabulous movies, this is where you should have your movie posters. So we just went ahead and put in some movie posters because I thought, why not? And I felt like this room did not have enough color, so we just pop in the blue couches, which I think actually like make this room because there wasn't enough color and it needed color. So now we got the color. So downstairs is just kind of more fun colors going. Nothing too crazy or like one color that I really want to stick with or felt like I was not portraying the house in its own little style, but definitely just kind of going with what I felt with, and I thought it worked out pretty well. So I was going to use these shelves. I was like, man, I should use some different shelves to go with these cabinets, but then I was like, these ones work a little bit better just because you don't have like the pieces that actually connect to the wall. It's just a flat shelf, which I thought was pretty cool. I was also debating about just leaving it like this, not actually putting any decoration on the shelves. And I was like, that's boring, so we gotta put the decorations in. So that's what we do. We put in the decorations for the shelf. Also didn't mention this earlier, so this house also does cost like I think it's like $136K. So kind of expensive if you don't want to cheat, not expensive if you do cheat whatsoever. But I mean it is technically it is achievable if you just have your sim work like crazy and have like a member of your family that like write books or paint. Because honestly, in my opinion, it is so hard to make money when working a career unless you're at the top of the career. But then again, at the same time, that's realistic because you're not gonna make like a crazy amount of money working like a level 3 job. Like that's not gonna happen anywhere in the world. Like you never get hired and then the first year make like 80,000 something dollars. Like that's so unrealistic and never going to happen and unfreaking achievable. Um, so yeah, I mean it is kind of achievable in a sense, but in another sense it's not. But I think it is, and I think this house worked out pretty well because it does have that kind of realistic achievability to it, you know? So we're just in the powder room that is upstairs at the moment. So this is my little powder room trick. Instead of doing 4 squares, I just do a room that is 3 squares long. And because all you need is a sink and a toilet, and you don't really need anything else. And it is one of my favorite things to do just because it doesn't take up any space and it's literally right there. Like if you have extra space in a house, throw in a 3 square tile room and you got yourself a powder bathroom. Like, it's so simple. Or, better yet, if you have, like, some weird Tetris-shaped house going on, and, that should be a good idea. Anyways, back to this. If you have some random like Tetris shaped floor that is left over, that's kind of a weird sentence, but that is left over, fill that in, boom, bada bing, you got yourself a 3-piece bath because you can fit in a shower, a sink, and a toilet. You don't need much room. It's a sink and a toilet. You don't need any room. And then just into the kitchen. So I was getting, honestly, we need more countertops, and I cannot wait until we get these new packs. Cause I hope they have countertops, or like we need like a kitchen. What they should do is like have a kitchen pack, a bedroom pack, a living room pack, a dining room pack, a bathroom pack, well, we have a toddler's pack, but like a teenage pack. I guess it's kind of like parenthood, but we definitely need packs that are just objects. And then you can have like a clothing pack. Just saying. I mean, I know it's a lot of work, and that's why it's like only limited items to certain packs. But if you just spent like a solid time working on just like counters, that's all we're asking for. Just counters. Just that's it. Like keep it with the look of The Sims, but give us some of the, the countertops that people come out with when it has to do with like custom content. Just give us some of those, just give us some awesome, cool, you haven't seen before custom cabinetry, and I think we'll be all very happy. Like, come out with shelves that are just open shelves like that. It's not hard. Throw in those 3 shelves together and boo bada bing, you got those, and then just have the separate ones as well. It's not gonna kill anyone. It's gonna make our builds look so much better, so much easier, and make these items placeable. All I'm saying. And I was having some issue with my camera angles there, so just ignore them a little bit because it was not working. Just saying it gave us some troubles. So I don't know what it was. It was very strange. Just when I was trying to place these objects on the shelves, it was not working. And then I was like, you know what? 3 shelves, a little bit too much. Let's simplify it. Throw in 2. So that's what we did. I mean, it's super not super more simple, but really helps not put in as much clutter as I could have doing so. So that is what I do like about that. I'm not hating the color choice of the different color on the cabinets in the middle. I like it. And yes, I did not actually put in like legit counters for the ends. When I say legit counters, I mean like actual island counters we can sit at, or like regular counters. So I was like, it needs to get framed off somehow, but needs to have that functionality. So I was like, you know what? End counters or corner counters. That's it. That's all we need, and it will be perfect. So that there is the dining room. We do change up the flower arrangements just a little bit, and I did want to get a fireplace in here, but I was like, you know what? It doesn't really work the way the windows are going, so we change it. Simple, easy fix, and now it frames the window, and it just looks so much more. Mwah. Well, I mean, it looks fine, but you know what I'm saying. And then I wasn't really sure what I want to do for couches either, and I was like, not too sure. So we just landed on the couch from Vintage Glamour, and I don't remember where these chairs came from, but I really do like them. They are one of my favorite smaller living room chairs to use, so kudos for getting these out. And again, it's funny because I'm not that big of a pink person, but I'm slowly starting to really like blush pinks, which is amazing because I've hated pink for 23 years, and now it's like, hey, kind of like pink. It's starting to slowly grow on me. It's pretty funny. But yeah, and then I love this stack of books and plants. I don't know what it is, but it reminds me of Beauty and the Beast, and I don't know why, but it just does. Or yeah, Beauty and the Beast. I was like, oh no, not Beauty and the Beast. It reminds me of Beauty and the Beast. Same movie. Hello. But yeah, I don't know. I love that. I love the decoration of that. I love the colors, I guess, really. And then I just kind of switched out the windows and the door. I thought it made more sense to have the door on the side of the house that actually is used, not just a blank space of nothingness. And then, again, I love that downstairs key, because now we can use this beautiful spiral light in an actual house, and it makes sense to have it and not have to have a crazy elaborate overlooking balcony into the foyer with this gorgeous giant chandelier shining down which, don't get me wrong, would be beautiful as well, but it's like, you know what, sometimes a girl's got to have just a small, beautiful, crystal-like pendant in the house, and that chandelier brings it. And I did want to get like an appliance out here, and I just didn't know what to use. And then I didn't want the Sims to be able to put plates behind it. They probably still would be able to, because with my luck, I did not block it off so they can't use it. So they can definitely still throw a plate there and be stupid and probably grab food from the fridge, go downstairs to eat, go outside, walk up the stairs and put a plate there. Like, because we all know how Sims have the greatest sense of time management and useful walking skills. That is the one thing they are good at, is finding the best route to put that plate in the most inconvenient place they can find. We all know it's The Sims. And then just kind of rearranging the patio seating area so it makes more sense with this fireplace. And then I was just looking at some objects. Don't know why I was going to use them, or I don't even know what I was going to use them for, but apparently I wanted to look at them. And then just kind of working on the outside now. So the outside is actually probably one of my favorite places in this build, just because of how it turned out, and I love it. I haven't used this bench, chair, couch, whatever you want to call it, in a very long time, but I think it works. And I love the combination of like that wood, the wood, and like stone. Like, that is just my favorite thing about this right here. It's mwah. Also, Sims can get inside the house with this foundation level. They can just walk straight in, so you don't need stairs, you don't need anything. They can use the bottom step as well, or they can use it as a step up. Also, what if you wanted to, it's what I found out in one of my other videos. I don't remember what it was called, but basically, if you have a foundation that is this height or twice this height and maybe just a little bit more, and you put the diving apparatus on it, they can use that and jump into the pool, which I think is pretty freaking sweet. Also, I found out from my glitch, because I wanted to see how high you could place the thing. Even if you place the diving board jump thing that we have onto a second floor and have them jump off in it, they won't go into the pool, but they will be floating in the air with the effects of the pool around them, if I believe the pool is underneath where the diving thing is. I have not tried it without it, because of course I was like, what if it works and the Sim falls and kills herself? Like, you never know. So yeah, but I think that was pretty cool. So if you want to, you can just like get rid of like the furniture, or like place them somewhere else, and then throw the thing on there, and then it actually works, which I think is pretty cool. I don't actually put in a diving board though, because I figured, you know what, we want something a little bit more classy, and yeah, so I mean, it is classy, but I just didn't put it in this build because I usually do, and I thought, you know what, let's do something a little bit different. Let's not put it in this time, and just keep it just simple, you know, very simple. So we are just jumping into screenshots. So we got the beautiful front of the house with that fountain behind the fence. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely love it. I think it looks pretty awesome. Into the family room. Nice, light, bright color. This is the master bedroom, so the actual bedroom part. And then the little office area with a little chalkboard on the wall for the math problems and the notes. And then we have the master bedroom bathroom, or the master bath. Into the girls' room, so this would just be the child's part of the room. And then we have the babies part, which would soon be the toddlers section. This is the kids' bathroom, so only one bathroom for them to use, but that's fine, they'll survive. And then we have the boys' room with the crib on the other side of that. Into the kitchen, so just nice, bright, so many windows, and I absolutely love it. And then we have the living room and the dining area, and then the outside entertaining space with the chairs and stuff, and this is just kind of overlooked from the balcony. Anyways, guys, I do hope you enjoyed this build. Don't forget to leave your thoughts, comments, ideas down below. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to smash that bell so you get notifications when my videos come out. Anyways, guys, hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you all soon.